Hey everyone, so today I am doing more of a personal video. I wanted to talk a little bit more about pharmacy school and my experience so far because I am halfway done. Yay, how exciting, it's gone by so fast. I just finished my second year and I did a video like this when I finished my first semester back in the beginning of 2017, and I talked more about how I got into pharmacy and more about, my first semester and my first initial feelings on pharmacy school. So I'll link that video below because I don't want to go through all of that again. So if you haven't watched it, you're interested in pharmacy, you're interested in hearing more about my experience, you can go check that video out. Since that video, I have gotten a few comments wanting me to make another video about pharmacy, and I've met people in the book community who are also attending pharmacy schools all over the world. So that was super cool and I love making that connection. So if you are in pharmacy school or you want to start, definitely leave a comment below and we can talk about it. And I love hearing other people's experiences because of course all of our experiences are going to be different even if we're all studying to be in the same profession. So yeah, just as a disclaimer, anything I talk about in this video is of course my personal experience with the school that I'm attending. My pharmacy school is very small, especially comparatively nationwide and especially worldwide. My school is very small and the way we do things is probably different than the schools in your area do things, or the school that you want to attend or the school that you do attend. This is just supposed to be a fun video talking about my other passion other than reading, just to be more personal and connect with y'all if y'all are interested in the same thing. So it's definitely kind of hard for me to give advice or answer questions because I don't know how your school is going to do things, and it's most likely going to be different than how mine did it. So yeah, with all of that out of the way, my thoughts on my first 2 years of pharmacy school is that it has been awesome. I really loved it every step of the way. I have made lifelong friends. I have met people that have truly just bettered my life and changed my life. This of course has had such a huge impact on my life. I had to move 3.5 hours away from my hometown to attend school and be out on my own. I lived with my parents all through high school and undergraduate college, so moving out on my own was definitely scary. I ended up meeting someone in undergrad who was also going to pharmacy school, so she's my roommate who you've seen in a few videos. Her name is Victoria and I'm sure she's watching, so hello Victoria. So it's definitely been very much a personal growth experience for me alongside, studying and all of that stuff. But it's been consuming. It's like an all-consuming thing. When I'm in school, pharmacy school is my life, like we call it the little pharmacy school bubble. It's just all you do, all you think about. But when I'm not reading or making videos or hanging out with friends, like I am studying. But even with how challenging it is, it's still fun. And I love the school that I go to and I love being involved in a few different organizations. I'm definitely trying to make the most out of the whole pharmacy school experience. So yeah, with the way my school works, I completed my second year. Each summer we have a rotation or an introductory pharmacy practice experience. Our first summer it was in a community setting, like a community retail pharmacy. This summer it's going to be in an institutional or hospital setting. So I start that rotation mid-June and it's going to go through mid-July. It's a 4-week rotation and I'm going to learn all about working in a hospital pharmacy. Admittedly, I am kind of nervous because I've never worked in a hospital pharmacy. My first rotation, although it was a community rotation, the pharmacy was actually located inside of a hospital, but it was open to the public, so it was definitely more of an independent community feel to it. Whereas this summer, I'm going to be like inside the hospital in the pharmacy. I'm sure it's going to be great. I'm going to learn so much, but I'm of course a little bit nervous. So once I complete that, I'll start my third year in August. That'll be my last year of sitting in class and taking tests and all that kind of stuff. Once I finish my third year in the spring, I will start in on my 4th year rotations. I won't really have like a summer break. Right away, I'll start into my rotations. And so all of our 4th year, from right after we finish our 3rd year to the following May at the end of our 4th year, we cycle through different kinds of pharmacy practice experiences, and these would be more of like our advanced rotations. You can do them in a bunch of different areas of pharmacy, and I'm gonna try to do most of them in my hometown so I can be closer to my friends and family, but I might have to do a few out of town. I don't really know yet. I haven't gotten to the point where I've selected those rotations quite yet. I only have a year left of like actually sitting down in a classroom school, which is crazy because I've been in school for 18 years and I can't believe that it's almost over. I'm kind of sad and kind of scared, but also really excited for the future. I did get a few questions in my last video about like specific classes that I've taken, so I went ahead and wrote down all of the classes that I've taken. So if you're in pharmacy school, you may recognize some of these. My first semester I took Principles of Drug Action 1, I took Pharmaceutical Calculations, Pharmaceutics 1, Intro to Pharmacy, Pathophysiology 1, and Drug Information Retrieval. Then my second semester I took Drug Action 2, Pharmaceutics 2, Pathophysiology 2, and I also took Top Drugs, Ethics and Law, Microbiology, and Parenterals. My third semester, so the first semester of my second year, I took Research Methods, Biopharmaceutics and Kinetics, Neurology, Endocrinology, and Aging, which was like geriatrics. And then this last semester, my fourth semester, I took Healthcare, Self-Care, Infectious Disease, GI, and Psych. And next semester, I'll be taking Communications, Self-Care 2, Cardio, Spanish for Professionals, Professional Pharmacy Management, and Law 2. I'm not going to go through and explain what all those classes are because it's too much. If you have any questions about the specific classes, I will definitely answer them in the comments below. But I've done super well grades-wise, even though it's challenging. As long as I feel like you put in the effort and the time, you'll do well. I also work in a chain retail pharmacy. I work a little bit while I'm in school, but I work more over summer break and winter break. While I'm in school, I was only working like 10 hours a week, if that, just because school is just so time consuming. I couldn't spend a lot of time working, but that's definitely fun. I love working while I'm in school because I get to actually apply the things that I'm learning and, you know, see a lot of the drugs that I'm learning about in person and talk to, you know, pharmacists that I work with about advice in school and the pharmacy as a career path and all of that. So that's been definitely a beneficial thing for me. I know everyone has different opinions on if you should work while you're in school. For me, it helped me prioritize my time because I'm like, oh, I have to go to work at 5 o'clock tonight. Let me make sure I get all my studying done before that, you know. So it helped me prioritize, helped me schedule, and helped me have some more hands-on experience. There have definitely been times where I worked the night before a test and was just so stressed out. So I mean, it's each person's personal decision if they want to work while they're in school. For me, it's been a good experience. Last summer, I did take a pharmacy compounding course through PCCA located in Houston, Texas. My friends and I went, and it was a 2-day like boot camp, lecture, and lab compounding course all about how to make different dosage forms of medications, and that was really awesome. If you ever have an opportunity to do anything like that, it was really fun, obviously very educational, but really fun and eye-opening to the different options that you have as a pharmacist when trying to figure out a dosage form for a patient, and that there are so many choices out there, things that you wouldn't even think of, like medicated lip balms, lollipops, like lotions and creams. We actually, you know, handmade like capsules, which was actually really hard. I broke a sweat. Something different, very different. We do a lot of that stuff in lab, which I forgot to mention. Every semester I've also taken lab, so that's where we go in and have more hands-on experience with pharmacy things. It's not always compounding. My first semester our lab was heavy on the compounding, actually using a mortar and pestle and all that stuff and like making dosage forms, whereas lately it's been more learning how to counsel a patient, learning how to use drug monographs, to find out information about different medications, making IV bags. Yeah, the PCCA compounding bootcamp was a ton of fun, and I'm super glad that I did it. I don't think I will be a compounding pharmacist. I don't know if I necessarily have the knack for it, but it was still a really cool thing to do. As for my future of what I do want to do as a pharmacist, what kind of job I want to have, I'm not sure at this point. I've only worked in retail pharmacy and I do enjoy it, and I could see myself doing that, but I want to keep my options open, especially as I go on my different rotations in different areas of pharmacy. You know, I might find one that I never even thought I would like, or didn't really even know existed, or didn't really understand what that kind of pharmacy is, or you know, what those kinds of pharmacists do. I may fall in love with one of those kinds of pharmacy and then want to go into that when I graduate. I'm not totally sure. We do have the option of doing a residency after you graduate pharmacy school. I don't plan on doing a residency at this point. I know you can never say never, but that's not really what I'm working towards. I would like to graduate, take my board exams, and get a job job. That's just how I feel about it. But residency is an amazing opportunity, and you can learn so much on a residency, and you can either do a 1-year or a 2-year residency. So I mean, that's a whole nother thing. I don't know a ton about doing residencies just because that's not the path I'm planning to go down, but you know, that's something to really keep in mind if you are planning on going into pharmacy. I think that's all I have to say about it. I've loved pharmacy so far. I definitely think I made the right choice going into it. I think it's a great fit for me, and I'm really excited for the future and to see where I go in this career path. Leave a comment letting me know if you're in pharmacy, if you have any questions or want advice about anything. I can try my best. I don't know how helpful I'll be, but I can try. If you're currently in pharmacy school, let me know how you're enjoying it and what your experience has been like. I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon. Bye.